YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice, come back at y'all with another YouTube read, another energy read. I hope this finds y'all at a clarifying time of your day. Remember, energy is timeless, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All likes, comments, shares, and subscribes are so very appreciated. If you need a personal with me, hit up Shamika-san with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. But let's go ahead and get started, y'all. So, starting to get that fall weather. It took a while for the chilliness to kind of come into effect, but it's starting to get a little chilly down here, South U.S. Got a lot of not foreign people, but a lot of people from different countries that are tapped in. So shout out to y'all, But let's go ahead and get started. Angels of the highest of white light, please bestow upon me with full angelic protection and remove any distortions, any type of interruptions in this read whatsoever. Please return it back to sender for me and that of the reader or viewer. And please allow me to channel clear and concise messages for what the divine collective needs to hear today. Please and thank you, Ashe. Ancestors are always with you. Speak up. So this may be an ancestral message, or this may be a sign for somebody to reconnect with your spiritual team self, higher self. Your spiritual guidance may be significant at this time. With gang stalking, you may be dealing with people that you may be in the public eye with celebrity status followed out. If you're not, you may be dealing with a lot of people or multiple people that are, I'm hearing, stalking you for the wrong reasons. Literally, that's what I'm hearing. With ancient royalty. Okay, so there's something about your presence, essence. There's something about something you said, dude. I'm hearing something you said. It ignited something different into somebody else's conscious in terms of what they thought about you or previously made in terms of an ideal form of a concept of you. So something significant about something you just said or something you're saying, something you're standing on, something you're doing, something you're enacting. It doesn't have to be necessarily voice speaking it. It could be actions that could be speaking, so to speak. You take what resonates, but you're radiant. With that, I'm seeing somebody sees you in a different type of light. Somebody's seeing you in a different type of light with the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe this is something to do with some type of creativity, sensuality, or some type of spiritual concept, or maybe some type of maturity, or maybe some type of something about wisdom. Maybe somebody consulted you for something, or maybe somebody views you as somebody they can consult to for something. With the Ace of Swords being the truth. Somebody looks at you as the truth. Maybe people didn't think you were the truth. Maybe somebody didn't think you were the truth. Maybe somebody didn't think you were truthful. Maybe somebody thought you were being deceptive. You were selected and crowned by your ancestors from the jump. There's something significant about what your choices signify or what your actions have signified of recent, or maybe words you've said, maybe something you're voicing. Maybe you're in the public eye, for those people that are in the public eye, but you're embarrassing all your enemies right now. So maybe there was a preconceived notion or an ideal of an outcome. There's something significant about an outcome to a situation, an outcome or a finite ideal of, like I said, a concept somebody had of you or multiple people had in common that had a view that may be thinking differently about you. With prying eyes around you, these were people that were once prying on you, or prying on what you're doing, prying on whatever this represents, prying on you, maybe for all the wrong reasons. With the Five of Swords energy confirming that, which signifies the Five of Swords can signify a crazy ambition to win at all costs, which can confirm the stalking and obsession for negative intentions. With new experiences opening up for you, I think people are perceiving some changes in your reality, whether you're stepping out into new ventures or you're attempting something else, or this is what you've done of recent and people are watching you because of this. There's something significant about something opening up for you, or you're opening up something up for yourself, or you're opening up something, or there's something different about newness or rebirth. Renewal is significant. Many are manifesting as we speak, so I think many are you have a lot of people that want to talk to you. redirect your energy from draining situations soaked in negativity. So I'm getting from that, use your discernment from anything that's you intuitively feel like is gonna bring you into drama that you don't need to be in, or something that's like that, that you I'm hearing would be higher aligned without. Basically what I'm saying, use your discernment for experiences that are trying to create cords to you because they are cords. Not to say that you cut off every experience, but if you're focused or drilled in, or especially if you're doing something new or stepping into something new, there's a need or significance on not creating tension within your own field at this time. Or there's something about that newness, or keeping your energy in a sense of newness or a refreshing state. So not contaminating your energy with a goddess or goddess energy. This is an empowerment state of being, or this is for your empowerment or for your alignment, highest form of self. This could be for your highest path. This could be for your betterment. This could be for your good. This could be for your discernment, like I said. But they are fake cut it off. I'm gonna wait on that. With the tower energy, there's some sense of tower that has occurred. Oh, okay, so you bring towers into people's lives. I'm getting like when you leave people's lives, or whatever that means. I don't know what that means. They try to take your kindness for weakness, confirming that. I feel like there's a tower you bring into people's lives when you leave them, or not leave them, when you, because it's not always about leaving. It's not always about this. It doesn't always mean, that's a bad connotation. It could be just like you aligning different. You could be setting boundaries. You could be moving different. You could be just doing something different. You could be taking time for yourself. You could be cutting people off. You could be doing this. You could have cut people off, and why people watching you. There's some sense of something like that. But there's towers falling in other people's lives. There's something about that I don't want to focus into it, but I'm being signified to, or signaled to focus more into that. So they try to take your kindness for weakness, with the Wheel of Fortune turning your favor as you step into whatever this is. Whatever you're doing differently is bringing you some type of favor. Whether this is an inward change, whether this is an household change, job change, it doesn't have to be so drastic. It could be just a different thought form of yourself that's giving you better results in terms of how your days are flowing, right? It could be anything. I'm not being zoned in on that or honed in on that, but there's some sense of that change, that people get this sense of renewal or refreshing sense of energy from your presence, or when you were around, or when you are around. So I think it brings a tower when you're not around so much. Believe in your dreams. You are worthy of completing this mission. So this is for somebody, some people. In some way, you're making some different decisions or some type of different alignments that better suit a long-term vision for yourself, or a long-term, or there's some sense of long-term stability, security, whether that's within self, peace, whether that's the betterment of yourself, whether that's in some shape or way, this is for the betterment of you. So it's not some type of, if it comes off, these moves may come off selfish to people that are watching you. These moves may come off, I'm hearing delusional for people. I think that was a past thing for people that thought you were delusional, that thought you weren't really doing something. There was something significant about that energy coming up in the beginning, but there's a sense of tower energy that is kind of, I think it's more so the calm after the storm that is the tower. So when things settle and people come to the realization or conscious realization of certain things, there's an energetic sense of renewal that you bring to climate, situations, circumstances that may be more felt than you think. You overcame the humiliation ritual. So I think these are people that tried to really undermine you purposely. And when I say undermine you, I think it was psychologically tried to kind of cue you in on, unspoken, indirect kind of cues in terms of how they felt towards you, right? With money coming in, I think this is, people are with that delusional thing coming back up, that's coming back to my mind. I feel like since things are working out for you, or if things, when things are picking up for you, or the shift in your energy speaks for itself, but for a lot of people, physical translations and reflections are probably starting to hit your surface reality in terms of what you're planting in your seeds and coming back to your fruition, whether it's something small as it could be small to big, it's a general collective. I'm not going into that. But I think there's some sense of this newness, or some sense of that validation, I think, physically, that makes people think differently now towards you. I feel like, the distance creates a lot of realization for a lot of people, and all of us, right? Which is the point of which, with new levels, new devils. So there's some sort of disassociation, boundary setting, or letting go of that, is being signified in this message. But with tall male, I'm getting the tall male may be significant for somebody. But standing tall in your empowerment, and it doesn't always mean empowerment, but how you show up. And I sense that too, empowerment, because you want to show up in your most empowered state. But the masculine energy I'm getting from that message is to show up in your most authentic, honest, and integral part of yourself, amidst whatever this is, continuously, and keep going. Whatever this is, I guess this is that message to keep going. I was heavily signifying, the focus on tower energies, and I guess whatever the perception of that was in relation to past versus present, right, for somebody. But there's a significance on you to keep going, you to continue doing this, and continue setting different seeds, continue setting the same seeds that are working, and take note, like I said in the previous reading, of what's working, what's not. You're a star energy, and I think people are kind of perceiving that you have a different star energy. Like, when I say star energy, I'm getting more a star seed energy, like out of this world energy. Like, so if people thought you're delusional, crazy, what is he doing, what is she doing, what the hell is this, I think they're starting to perceive it like, oh, he or she was just different. He or she had a different whatever. So there's a sense of opening up, renewal. With that sense of renewal, I think you bring people a renewed sense of perspective of maybe a relativity point. Like I said, we're all relativity points for what is and what is not, for whatever somebody wants to connotate for their reality. That's why we meet certain people, They illuminate what is, what you really want, what you really don't. You really wouldn't know unless you really experience these things, right? So that's a message for somebody. With Knight of Swords? Yeah, Knight of Swords. That's a need of standing your ground and continuously moving forward and doing whatever this is, because it's obviously planting fruit, and it's bearing seeds. It's bearing reapings of some sort of prosperity, success, peace, which is a success in itself. Many powerful people are mentioning your name in rooms you've never stepped in. Peace is a state of being that not a lot of people in this in this society can really afford today. So if you have that, you can't ask for too much more. Those are some of the intangible things. When you want to manifest things, don't look for physical things. Look for the intangibles, abundance. Look for prosperity. Look for healing, components, groundedness, serenity, a sane sense of mind. Those are the things. The intangibles are more important, because those are going to cultivate the continuation of what you can do outwardly in the 3D. It's about the spiritual context first. With jealousy around you, I think these people are realizing that they came at you kind of wrong, or out of a sense of jealousy, or this is the intention behind some of the people that were trying to cause some type of, I'm hearing, defeat for you with Ten of Swords, like some sense of defeat, whether that was suffering, humiliation, loss. I don't know. That could be so many different things, right? But it was out of jealousy. With the Nine of Pentacles, people sent you to be in a self-sufficiency. People wanted to knock you off your high horse. People wanted to knock you off your pedestal, or people want to right now. So with that message, there's a need to continuously keep going in that momentum, because if people, it's just like that flame. If their flame if it's intensifying that, how's that going to intensify your flame? Is it going to deter your flame? Is it going to mix? Is it going to contaminate yours? Or is it going to add to it? That's just a question for somebody, So with checking your blind spots, not letting these things, deter your consciousness, not letting these seeds that they may try to plant in you subconsciously to plant and manifest within you, You're very beautiful, very handsome. So I think that's a very affirming message for somebody to keep standing in your truth, keep standing in your relativity to what it is that you feel is your highest alignment. Your karmic debt is cleared. So I'm getting with this, as you move forward, there's experiences just opening up for you. There's something just opening up for you, or meant to open up for you with introspection. You did the time, you did the inner work, in terms of this is for somebody that, goes within, that, has been spiritually, not studying oneself, but basically studying oneself to figure, oneself, not even oneself, I don't like how I worded that, one's components within out to a certain extent that, that external components can't hinder it, right? With the evil hating eyes around you, people are threatened by your aura. So it's just a need to understand that, to keep going. That's a fuel for somebody to keep going, not to be threatened by somebody threatened by you, not to engage in somebody that wants to engage with you. It's not a necessity to be, there's no necessity to be consensual to some experience that you really don't want. With the world energy, there's a need to collapse these timelines and collapse these, and you literally can speak it out like that, collapse those timelines in association or whatever that is that you are really not desiring and not giving consent to in your reality. Now, some things, I mean, of course, karmically speaking, let's say like it's a bill or something like that. You signed up for whatever that is to get that bill, right? So that, or you did something that's karmic. That's something that you put in energy. I'm talking about something that you're not giving consent to, that somebody's trying to force into your reality that is not yours. I'm not talking about some type of manipulation or runaway and escape. That's not possible. It's not realistic. But if you want to escape, you're going to escape through it. That's for somebody. With the magician energy, if you're going to escape, you're going to escape through it. You're going to transmute. You're going to alchemize the situation to your highest outcome. And how do you do that? By affirming and making those momentous shifts in terms of the passion and decisions, whatever that fuels you in terms of whatever kind of consumes your spirit, in terms of what you like to do, in terms of what you believe is something that can impact people. You know what I mean? Something that you like to do, something that you can impact people with, that you like to do. This is for somebody. I don't think this is for somebody that's, starting. I think this is for somebody that's continuing, right? So it's just a reminder of, you must be impacting people, or you're meant to impact people, or, you never know who you will impact continuously doing what you're doing. What your art is needed, bro or sis. That's just my final confirmation for you guys. For a lot of artists, or a lot of creativity, or creatives, or just, people that are healing. A lot of people that are just healing are coming to me. You don't got to be a creative. You don't got to do this. You don't got to do that. Just be simply healing and seeing, coming for the perspective. Whatever it is, just appreciate you spending some time with me. If you need a personal, hit up Shamika's son with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. I'm going to have my things in description. I have a membership going on as well, if you want to tap into that. I think that is below as well. I was confirmed on that. It is somewhere below. But it's your boy Justice, and I appreciate y'all spending some time with me. Peace out, y'all.